Pam Bauer from right here at Callaway Gardens joining me for our third day in a row. Good to see you, lady. How you doing today?
Hey, Dano, I'm fantastic. Thanks for having me back 3 days in a row. That's a record.
How much fun has the 58th Masters been for you so far?
I can't even sleep. I'm telling you, I wake up and I'm ready to hit Robin Lake Beach every morning.
Well, this is not only have we seen some absolutely amazing performances on the water, off the water, you guys have been keeping us busy all weekend long. From the great live music and all the fun activities over there on the East Side Beach. And then last night, Saturday night, that fireworks show was insane. I swear it was 4th of July.
It felt like 4th of July. It rivals 4th of July. We want everyone here who spends their Memorial Day weekend with us to know that Callaway Gardens appreciates their patronage, to stay with us for the entire weekend. And so, in fact, we've got more entertainment tonight. We've got the Rad Tads band setting up on East Beach. So come on out, stay late, 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock. The party doesn't start.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to that, of course. So I'm actually going to be hanging out after the banquet tonight. I'm going to come back over here to the beach to enjoy some of the entertainment. And any refreshments, anything like that going to be around tonight?
It is Memorial Day weekend. You know, we like to celebrate here in Pine Mountain, Georgia. So we've got our sandbar open. We've got refreshments. We've got a new ice cream truck this year. So I know it's all the action's over here on West Beach for the Masters, but don't miss out by not going over to East Beach.
Okay, so I'm also sticking around tomorrow. I'm going to get on that treetop adventure. I'm going to meet up with the crew from SeaDeck Marine Products. My girlfriend Jane and I, we're all going out there. We had a blast last year. But the thing is, I know that you guys have had a lot of changes around here at Callaway. So tell us about some of those.
Right. After you get off treetop, what I would encourage you to do is rent a bicycle right there. And when you get off treetop, rent that bicycle, get out on our 7 miles of newly repaved bicycle trails. They're amazing. Honestly, two wheels is the best way to see the gardens. You can certainly walk around, but getting on those 2 wheels or one of our golf carts, that's the way I'd go.
Okay, so as we come to a close on our Memorial Day weekend, you know, Monday,
Yes.
of course, tomorrow, it's going to cap it all off. Moving into the summer season here, I know you guys have a big list of events happening. So can you tell us a little bit about some of those?
Absolutely. And, you know, I know there's a lot to take in, so I encourage everyone to go to our website. We're always updating, keeping everyone posted on the events at CallawayGardens.com. And, of course, Facebook and Instagram are awesome, too. But this summer, this officially kicks off summer every year. We love having the Masters. Robin Lake Beach opens. And every year we look forward to families and folks coming out to start their summer with us. Of course, we look forward to July 4th. That's huge. We'll have another fireworks extravaganza. But we've got sports on the water all summer long, in addition to skiing and wakeboard. We've got fishing out on our lakes, and the gardens are open. And we just hope that everyone gets out and enjoys all the outdoor experiences that we have here at Callaway Gardens.
Now, for the most part, it seems like these skiers, these elite athletes, are the only guys who get the opportunity to ride out here on the waters of Robin Lake. But come to find out, that's not true.
Come to find out, Dano, you can too. Look into experiences here at Callaway Gardens and make them your own. Ski where the Masters have skied. How about that when you go back, you know, after the end of the summer, say, I've skied where the Masters have skied. I've wakeboarded where the Masters skied. In fact, our Summer Family Adventure guests are the ones who really know what's up, because they started coming here 57 years ago, and we're looking forward to welcoming them back this summer. That's a family camp that we host every year, and they love to get out on this water here at Robin Lake Beach.
Well, it's so cool because it seems like while you keep the kids busy all day long, Mom and Dad have the opportunity to really enjoy the gardens, and there's just so much to do out here.
There is. Mom and Dad can do anything or nothing. So I think if you surveyed some mom and dads, they might be on the golf course, they might be taking a wine tasting class, or they might be sitting on the patio of their cottage doing nothing, because the kids are enjoying the beach, taking some skiing lessons, and having a blast here at Callaway Gardens.
Well, my mom's been enjoying the porch over at the cottage all weekend long. I'm taking a look over here. It looks like you've got some really cool Callaway Gardens apparel. Tell us about it.
Listen, we can't let you leave without some swag, guys. So for both of you, we've got, since you're worldwide, we've got to have you sporting your Callaway Gardens caps.
I'm trying to decide which one I'm going to take.
I'm going to let.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I'm only getting first pick because I didn't get the lunch break during wakeboarding. So you're getting the blue, and
Yes.
I'm taking the black.
Right.
I'm black here.
So when you're in and out of these international airports, guys, I hope you'll rock these caps. We got some swag for you to share. The world stage is here for towed water sports this weekend, and we want it to be year-round, that everyone knows what's up at Callaway Gardens.
Well, I know this at Callaway Gardens is a 4-seasons facility. You've got stuff planned all year long. If anybody out there in Webland is interested in finding out more, Pam, please let us know how they can do so.
Thank you. We hope that you will look into us. 4 seasons. There's always something happening here at Callaway Gardens, from our new lodge and spa and our beautiful lake view, into the gardens, our birds of prey and the butterfly center, and of course the fantasy and lights that we started it all here at Callaway, and we want you to come experience it any time of year, including the Masters water ski and wakeboard tournament.
Well, Pam, I want to thank you so much for joining myself and Tyler up here in the announcer's tower. It's always great to chat with you folks and find out everything that's happening out here at Callaway. This is my 14th or 15th year coming to Callaway, my 12th year on the microphone. And I'll tell you what, even though I was told that there were going to be a lot of changes this year, I have been nothing but impressed with it all.
That makes my heart so happy. You know, what we do, it's a big story to tell. We can't do it all today, but I urge people to look into our story, because the busier the resort is, people having fun, engaging their kids, having family time in the gardens and at the resort, as we collect and those experiences and people are engaging, all of the proceeds help us further our mission with the gardens and education and bringing nature back into families and experiences. And so it all matters, and I really urge people to continue to support Callaway Gardens.
Well, myself and Tyler are going to be hosting the awards banquet tonight, so if we don't get the opportunity to catch up with you there, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow morning over at the Discovery Center before I hit the treetop.
Do you need a cheerleader?
Maybe. I am a little afraid of heights there.
Okay,
so,
I'll be there.
Pam, one more time before you go, give everybody out there in Webland the website so they can find out more.
Absolutely. Everyone, please log on CallawayGardens.com. We'd love to keep you posted on everything. You can sign up for our newsletters. And Instagram is a great way, as well as Facebook, to keep up on the day-to-day here at Callaway.
Well, thank you so much, everybody from Callaway Gardens, Pam Bauer.
Yes,
thanks, Pam.
Thanks, guys. Woo-hoo, swag.
Check out those hats. Find out more, guys, and grab some for yourself when you come down to Callaway for your little getaway here in paradise. All right, so Tyler, Boyd, we're going to bring you back in here. We have got some amazing action. I've been saying it all day, but the main event is coming up right now as we get back here into the viewing pleasures of all of our viewers and internet watchers. So we've got the jump event coming up. We've got 4 ladies, 4 men getting ready to battle it out here. Break it down. What do we expect to see coming up?
These ladies are going to get it started at 34 miles an hour on a 5.5-foot ramp, and the running order looks like this: Regina Jaquist, Lauren Morgan, Marion Matthew, and top seed Jacinta Carroll. Right after that event, we're going to follow that up with the final event of the day, the men's jump event. We're going to jack that ramp up to 6 foot, and they're bump up the boat speed just another mile an hour. And the lineup there is Bojan Chipner, Damian Shorman, Freddie Krueger, and Ryan Dodd.
Well, always excited to see those athletes out here, and we saw some awesome scores posted yesterday. I don't think we saw a score under 200 feet. Now, we are going into the jump event, and that gives us an opportunity to talk a little bit about that Beeman custom designed jump out there, guys. We're stoked to have the Beeman family here with us. And of course, Beeman is a manufacturer of water ski jump ramps, just like the one out there on the water today. 3 different versions. The crew at Beeman can produce a foldable and portable ramp, standard 2-piece ramps, and of course, smaller kickers for beginners. Each ramp can be mounted with a trailer hitch for easy towing. They also have the ability to ship ramps across the world in shipping containers. Built entirely at their factory in Florida. You can check them out at Beeman Custom Designs, B-E-M-M-A-N, Custom Designs online. For more information, check those guys out. But man, it's just so great to have them here with us this year, and thanks for all that they do.
And here we go, your first competitor of the day from the USA, Regina Jaquist.
All right, so as we get into our women's jump final, 4 athletes getting ready to battle it out. Regina Jaquist, the first of 4 out there qualified in to this round, followed up by Lauren Morgan, Mariana Ellis, and Jacinta Carroll. It's going to be a pretty insane jump final here. Remind us where Regina jumped yesterday.
Taking a look at the results yesterday, a 169 tied with Lauren Morgan, and right above those scores, we had a 174 and a 183. So pushing it way out there. You got to think that Regina wants to get in the 170s here to put some pressure on the pack. Turning at the far end of the lake behind that Nautique 200. Now, Dano, there are buoys located on the far end of the course. Traditionally, these skiers look and eye down that 600-foot buoy. And you take a look at it right there, Regina cutting right around that 600-foot buoy into what is a slight headwind situation. So your first skier of the day, Regina Jaquist, here in the finals. Let's see what she can put together. Building great speed, good kick, and a solid attempt right there. See if she's going to ride it out, and she does. So 2 elements in this jump competition: speed into the base of the ramp, lift off the end, and you must ski it away, as Regina did right there. So she's going to have a scoring jump on jump number 1.
Well, a nice float, as you can see from that instant replay from Regina Jaquist. She's going to put her eyes back down to the shore, take a look and see what coach has to say for her as she gets ready to come back through. As we eagerly await that jump score to post from Regina Jaquist. The ladies came out and performed at high level yesterday, and there it is, a score posted of 161 feet from Regina. And traditionally, watching Regina, she builds on each jump. And one of my favorite parts of watching the jump go down here at Callaway Gardens and on Robin Lake in general is watching the approach. If you guys are actually watching down there at the lake, you notice that Regina is taking a high-speed whip from that boat to get her as far away from it as possible. She's going to come around that 600-foot buoy while passing that 600-foot buoy, Tyler.
All right, nice and wide out by the driver. Now she's going to wait a little bit later, needs more speed if she wants to break the 170s. Oh, there it is. Much bigger on jump number 2. Dano, she brought it down a couple of feet and kept her position off the second wake into the ramp. That margin between that second wake and the ramp, it comes up so quickly to find the proper body position, and Regina Jaquist connects on jump number 2. That's going to be somewhere, I believe, close to that 170 mark.
Yes, well, Regina, she is a past many-time Masters champion, decorated in overall and slalom across the board. And there it is, a score, a big score of 178 feet right there from Regina Jaquist. Course record out here, I do believe, is over the 190-foot barrier set last year by Jacinta Carroll. And I don't know that Regina's chasing the course record out here as much as she's just chasing the biggest jump that she can put down out there on the water. Everything looked good in number 1 and number 2. Let's check out what she can do here in number 3, Tyler.
Well, she's got a perfect headwind here to work with, and when these skiers see this type of wind, they really want to bring it down the lake because they can press out over the top of their skis. Jump number 3 for Regina Jaquist. And that one looks, I don't know if that's going to challenge the 178. It was an interesting cut into the base. I think that wind caught her into the turn and came up a little bit early here on jump number 3. You take a look at it, and once you make that turn, that direction across the wake, you can see Regina waiting to get on the ramp there. But regardless, a huge jump, 178 feet. Give it up for Regina Jaquist. 178. And that is going to be a tough score to beat. Now, Dano, the wind has kicked up a little bit. You mentioned Regina taking the whip to get out wide on that 600-foot buoy. But if you take a look down the lake, you can see it is becoming a little bit choppy as they're going to make their way up by the driver, which means that they're going to have to bring it down a couple more feet. So up and down a little bit here on Robin Lake, but once you get to the ramp, if you can get there with a lot of speed, Dano, you're going to see some big flight through the air.
Man, I am looking forward to it. I love watching those big jumps from all of these skiers out here. And as we move back down to the dock, it looks like we are linked back up. A young lady originally out of Tampa, Florida, now calling Seattle, Washington home base. She took a third-place finish last year at the Nautique Moomba Masters down under. But this veteran at 23 years old took her first pro win in 2012, 5 years ago, when she broke onto the scene at about 17 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, as we get her set up and down behind that Nautique 200, I want you guys to get behind her, show her the electricity here at the Masters, and to make some noise for the one and only Lauren Morgan.
Could you be a teenage idol?
All right, here we go. Lauren Morgan is on the water, set and ready to go for her first 3 attempts, or first jump here for 3 attempts to go. Current lead 178, and you can see the water. It's a bit gusty in some areas. Fairly decent, consistent wind, though, down the lake. So Lauren Morgan set and ready for jump number 1. Historically, Lauren Morgan has been known to go for it on jump number 1. Brings a lot of speed into the base of the ramp, and at times getting right on the corner of the ramp, Dano, which indicates to us that she is waiting as late as she possibly can down the lake.
That's right. You know, we had Zach Warden, Nautique Team Skier, up here chatting it up with us yesterday and just kind of breaking it down piece for piece. And Lauren, known for taking that high-speed approach into that ramp, and if she can connect off the top, get the pop, this girl can definitely put down some big numbers. We're going to see what she can do. She holds a personal best of 175 feet, but we've seen personal bests come out here at the Masters in the past. Let's see what she's got for jump number 1.
Here we go. Let's see what Laura can do with her approach into the ramp. A little bit forward on top of the ramp, but a good solid opening attempt. Dano, it's really tricky right now at the far end of the lake. It looked like Lauren went right around that 600-foot buoy, and you got to gauge it from there. I would have to think on jump number 2, she's going to bring it down 5 to 10 feet just because that wind is kicking up.
Well, you heard Zach talk about it yesterday, and just getting that first jump knocked out is definitely a strategy we see from a lot of these skiers, and then build from there. We're going to see what the score Lauren posted on jump number 1 is here in just a moment as our judges finish getting it all put together here. And we're going to take her down to the end of Robin Lake over on the east side of the lake. Of course, don't forget tonight, live music here at Callaway Gardens. So don't miss out if you guys are here on site. I'm looking forward to the big banquet coming up this evening. We're going to celebrate all of the stars out here this weekend. Following this women's jump final, we're going to take a few moments to have President of the Nautique brand, Greg Malone, up here in the announcer's tower to chat it up with us. And really excited to talk with him. Waiting to hear the score there from the judges. And there it is, a 159-foot leap to start things off. 48.4 meters there. So something for Lauren to build on.
No question. And she, let's see what she does out here at the 600-foot buoy, Dano. I'm thinking she's going to bring it down a little bit right there, but obviously getting coached up on the shoreline as she's coming in for jump number 2. That skier lifts their ski and then sets it down right before their approach to gain matchman leverage into the base, and good solid jump there for Lauren Morgan. And Dano, you can see she's building on each and every jump. A lot of speed on jump number 2. That's probably a little bit further than that 159.
All right, well, as she comes up, you see getting that kick right there. But if she can get that even more little bit of kick off the top of that ramp, she could be matching her personal best, and who knows, maybe even take over the current lead. As she comes through, the crowd gets loud. Give it up for her, guys. She's going to make a couple of adjustments as she finishes her jump off. Jump number 2, as we wait for that score to post up on the big screen in front of us to give you guys the official word from the judges. But looks like it was a 48.4 meter jump, so same distance as at jump number 1, 159-foot leap for jump number 2 out of Lauren Morgan.
So it's going to come down to jump number 3. Current leader Regina Jaquist with the 178. Let's see the adjustment that Lauren will do here to bring it down the leg just a little bit. I think she's got a little bit left in this cut, but she's got to get her legs at the base of the ramp. Let's see what happens. Oh, a lot of speed into the base. Bigger kick, good extension. That's going to be the longest jump of the round.
All right, so we're going to turn her back around behind the Nautique 200, bring her back to shore. Looking good up that Beaming Custom ramp out here today in this Pro Women Jump Final. Lauren Morgan, guys, putting her hand up for you people in the crowd to give her the love, give her the respect. Make some noise as she cuts back to the pavilion, folks. Lauren Morgan.
165 on jump number 3. So your current leader, Regina Jaquist, with the 178. Now Lauren Morgan sitting there with the 165. 2 skiers remaining, Dano.
All right, well, our next skier, no stranger to the pole behind the Nautique 200. She is a Nautique athlete representing for Shred Ready helmets, Brown Coffee, and Camaro wetsuits. In 2015, she earned a 3rd place finish in the jump division with a score of 180 feet, a personal best of over 184 feet. Longtime veteran. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, originally from France, now calls Polk County hometown. Give it up for Marianne Mathieu Ellis.
Here we go with Marion. And look at that, Dano. Yesterday had a qualifying jump of a 174. Regina sitting in the lead with a 178, so she's going to have to really put it out there in the finals if she wants the lead. But she's been in this finals before and definitely aiming for the top of the podium. There's no question about it. Marion's probably checking out the wind, seeing what adjustments Lauren was making to her jump round. Very, very interesting, the approach. A lot of strategy here, Dano, and each and every skier has a little bit different style, where they make their adjustments. Do they pull out harder on the boat? Do they turn in a different place? All of those factors come into play when we have this steady headwind.
All right, hey, Madison Davis, head over to the Nautique tent. Madison Davis, head over to the Nautique tent. You are the Apple Watch winner. Congratulations to Madison Davis. Marianne Mathieu Ellis, of course, in 2016, pretty much missing the entire season. She was getting back into shape after having her first child, and here she is. She came out yesterday as the first skier off the dock, put down a big score of 178, but let's see what she can do here today. Up, over, and in, and a big, big jump right there for Marianne Ellis. What do you think? What's your take on that one, Tyler?
That was an ideal jump, number 1, no question about it. And all the way through the jump, had an aggressive pull off the second wake. And as you see, gets fairly good extension right there. That tip kind of flutters to the inside, but able to pull it back underneath her. Marion with a great jump on jump number 1. Now, Dano, it's going to be interesting to see the 169. So the 169, still has something to work with that cut. I'm not sure if she's going to add more speed or lift to the equation. Only time will tell.
Well, it does move her into that second place position as we set right now, knowing that in 2015 she jumped a 180-foot leap right here at the Masters. You know, the girl, 32 years old, been competing since the age of 8, been on the water since the age of 6. The wife, of course, of the legendary Rocket Man himself, Scotty Ellis. So not the worst coach to have in the world, but let's see what she can do on jump number 2.
All right, let's see the approach here, and Dano needs to connect off the top and didn't like the look of that one, so that's going to score a pass for Marion on jump number 2.
Yeah, but Tyler, take a look at the instant replay. She cuts in. It's the load of the line, and it just almost seems as if it's like, pops right out of her fingertips on that one. A lot of speed right there, but obviously at the end of the day, these athletes know they got to play it smart. They got to play it safe. It's only one jump that counts here, and that's the biggest jump that these athletes can put down. She started off with a big distance of 169. Of course, we do have a current leader of 178 feet set out there a little bit ago by our first skier in this women's jump final, Regina Jaquist. Currently in the second position is Lauren Morgan, and then, let me regroup here, my friends. Currently setting in that second position right now, Marion with that first jump of 169, and Lauren Morgan with the 165 on the bubble position with Jacinta Carroll on the dock. Now, if Marion wants to put the pressure on the rest of the field, and I'm talking about Jacinta, she's gonna need to get over that 179 barrier. We did see Jacinta just launch a huge one yesterday. But right now, it's Marion's time to shine. Let's see what she can do on jump number 3.
All right, she needs all of this one on jump number 3. This is what it's going to come down to challenge the leader. Here we go. Marion Mathieu into the base and loses the handle and elects to pass. But ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Marion Mathieu. Wow, look at the story unfolding here, Dano. Regina Jaquist with the current lead at that 178 with one skier to go. So Regina in that 4th spot in the qualifying round, carrying the lead all the way into the top seed.
Absolutely, you know, and the fact is no matter where a skier like Regina sets, always expect to be impressed with what she can do. She's one of the hardest working skiers out there. And no surprise to me that she was able to get that boost, that leap of 178. But you can't go and forget about our next skier, the so many time female jumper of the year, the world record holder, the course record holder, and Jacinta Carroll coming up next, representing for Nautique Boats and Ski Force Australia. Doing it on those Stoke skis and Goodman skis and Masterline Australia, Intensity. Got some great sponsors out there. And once again, you look at her year, 2016, she took a first place finish at the Moomba Masters. A first place finish right here at Callaway Gardens, the U.S. Masters, with a jump of 188, surpassing the course record of 184. A personal best, a world record score of 198 feet. She did that with Kyle Eade down at Ski Fluid in Central Florida. On the water Nautique team skier, this is Jacinta Carroll. So it's a 178 she needs to beat. No doubt she has what it takes, but my question to you, Tyler, could we see her take down her course record? Even bigger than that, could we see her take down her world record? Even bigger than that, is there a possibility, conditions-wise, that we see the first ever 200-foot jump from a female athlete?
Well, anything can happen, Dano, no doubt about that. Now, Jacinta is battling back from injury, so it's one thing to be in the finals. It's next thing to be in the top seeded position, so anything could happen. The one thing that needs to happen is she needs to put together a jump greater than 178 to be crowned the champion here in 2017. Let's see what happens. On jump number 1, Jacinta has been known to take some very aggressive cuts on the first jump, and she is really wide out on the boat, dropping in a lot of speed into the base and connects the float. I think that did it on jump number 1. Jacinta Carroll seems to never disappoint, Dano. The float time. Take a look at this replay. A ton of load into the base of the ramp, and somehow, some way, finds big explosive pop off the top, and it almost like she hit the next level. A 182. There is your 2017 Masters Women's Jump Champion.
All right, so we've seen her do it in the past before, take the win on jump 1 and then come back through and boot some bigger airs out there. Knowing that she set the course record in 2016 with a jump of 188 feet later that season, earning herself a world record of 198 feet. Can she, will she go for it here today? It all starts on that whip. Tyler, talk about excitement. Guys, this one's for you, the crowd here at Callaway. Let's see if she sets it up. This is Jacinta Carroll.
Oh, you know that she likes this wind, and she's going to try to get over the tips of the skis, and she does again. Wow. Such power and explosion, Dano. You know, even though she's coming back off of injury, the conditions at Robin Lake right now, you know that she wants to continue to take these jumps even though she has that 182. Again, you know, you take a look at replay and just launches off the top of that red ramp. 186. 186. Now, Dano, I know we've been flashing up the course record. I was talking to Jacinta. I believe the course record was last year, Jacinta Carroll, a 188-foot jump. So 2 feet shy of that course record. Now it is within range. It's in her sights. It's going to come down to jump number 3. The wind is ideal, ladies and gentlemen. She is doing everything she possibly can. She's over the tops of those skis, pressing it out all the way to the end to grab each and every inch out of these jumps. Let's see if she can do it on jump number 3. Really aggressive off the 600-foot buoy, flying those wakes. She is past the driver. Now she is going to bring it back into the line. A lot of speed and just too much. But ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your champion in the women's jump, Jacinta Carroll.
All right, guys. So congratulations to Jacinta Carroll out there, the winner of the women's division. Joining me up here in the announcer's tower once again, guys, the president of the Nautique brand, Greg Maloon. Good afternoon, Greg. How about that final?
Unbelievable. You know, Jacinta's just been killing it out there jumping, and to come out here to put another one on for the crowd. I know she wanted that course record. She was definitely going for it there on that last jump. It's everything you can script out here, right?
Man, no doubt about it. And watching Jacinta out there, knowing that she's a Team Nautique athlete, what does that feel for you, you know, being president of the brand and watching all the success your athletes have been having out here this weekend?
You know, we have a big family there with our athlete team and everybody else. We love to have them come out to the factory and tell us how we can continue to improve the boats. You know, it's our job to put the best boats in the water for them to perform behind, and the Ski Nautique has certainly proven that over its time. It's their job to put in all that training and all that effort, and they do a fantastic job at it right there. It's pretty amazing.
Well, you know, talking about putting out the best boats, let's rewind a little bit earlier to that wakeboard final. Some awesome action out there behind the Nautique G23. But what I want to mention is 4-time wakeboard boat of the year, 3-time wake surf boat of the year. You're talking about taking your boats and making them better. How do you do that?
Well, we always have ideas as to where we want to go. We want to continue to drive the market forward, and it's just such a fantastic boat. It really changed wakeboarding. It changed wake surfing as it came down the way with NSS and other things that have been added to that boat over time. And it's truly an integrated platform for making a wake to wakeboard and wake surf behind, and it's so simple. The boat just works right out of the box.
Talking about NSS, that's the Nautique Surf System, just one of the amazing technologies that you guys have in those Nautique boats. Now, yesterday I had the opportunity to sit in one of the boats underneath the tent. The helm seat, absolutely incredible, of course, but the mouse next to the driver's side wheel, the touchscreen link system, man. How do you guys continue to just put out all this great technology?
We want to continue to push things, and we push our vendors to give us great products, and they come through and allow us to work on a platform that can work exceptionally well in the boat. So the much larger screen that you see in the 2017s, the link display, it's in all the GS and G series product, and then the helm command you talked about, the ability it is touchscreen. You can do everything right there, but you can also do it right at your fingertips, right there, right beside the throttle. So it's a fantastic way to interface with the boat. You can quickly move from one sport to another, and the boat just reacts for you and makes all that change happen.
What I've always respected about the Nautique brand is you guys have always boasted the best boats out there, and on the water, I think the proof is in the wakes. The fact is, they are some of the best built boats as well, and I've been through the factory, so I can attest to that. Now, how can somebody get to the factory and take a look for themselves if they don't believe what we're talking about?
We've spent all our time building boats right there in Orlando, Florida, and so for all the 92 years plus of the company's history, and so we have a fantastic new facility that went in about 10 years ago. Last year, we opened an all-new expansion to that facility that allows our team to be even better at building the best boats in the world and designing and engineering the best boats in the world. So we're open every weekday. Come take a factory tour. Come see it on the website. See how you can get signed up to get a factory tour. Our team loves to host people and show them through the boats. We're just about 10 miles east of the airport there in Orlando, so part of there should be on your attraction list when you're coming to visit us there in the most visited city in the U.S.
All right, so you guys obviously continue to support towed water sports across the board. In 3Event, you guys are the only brand that are still pushing the overall in these events. Of course, wake surf events, wakeboard events, both, in the wakeboard side, you guys are putting on all these, nationals, bringing together ages under 9 to people over 50, 60 years old. So the way I see it is you guys continue to give back to the water sports community, but outside of the water sports community, Nautique seems to continue making a difference.
Yeah, we have an effort we call Nautique Cares, and that's the ability for our team to get to participate in things they might not on their own. And we do mission trips in different parts of the world. We've been to India, we've been to Africa, we've been to South America and Central America, and right there also in Orlando and right around our own home area, as we know we have people that need our help. It's great for us to be able to go make a difference in somebody else's lives, but to come back and see our team members change, and they're so excited about next year's trip because they've got to make an impact. The change in themselves is just as much as what the person experiences out there. So
absolutely,
where we go.
Absolutely, and Greg, and getting back to the boats, let's talk about the Ski Nautique 200. Since the day that it debuted, over 22 records have been taken down by that boat. On the wakeboard side of things, you got the G23. The first day that it made its debut in competition, not one but two wake-to-wake 1080s went down, and you guys had to pay out some big bucks because you put up $5,000 for tricks that had never gone down behind that boat. The G23, the GS22, the GS series just in general, it seems to be innovation after innovation after innovation. What's next?
There's always good things to come, Dano, and it's, we're coming through right now. All the 2017 boats that were ordered by our customers are getting delivered for their summer use here in North America and Europe, and so those guys are all excited, looking forward to using their new boats. Of course, we're going to be pushing the envelope again, here in a few months when 2018 start to be released and you can see what's new. But, there's so many good things to choose from right now in the Nautique lineup that there's a boat that's perfect for you out there.
Well, I know you're a busy man who's been traveling around the nation and all around the world. So how can people kind of keep up with you and everything Nautique?
You know, Nautique, we have a couple of great ways to find us if you're not here with us on site. If you're here, come see us right there in the tent. Go check out that G23 and the GS20 and GS22. They're right there before you leave here today. But if you're online, come check us out at nautique.com. Also follow us on social media at Nautique Boats. There's going to be some fantastic pictures of all the custom designed Nautiques that our customers have all around the world.
Absolutely. And how many countries are Nautiques in now?
You're going to find us distributed in 70 different countries, but I know they're out there in a lot more countries than that, because some of the farthest ends of the earth I've showed up and found multiple ski nautiques or G23s on the lake or on the ocean, wherever they might be using it to enjoy our sport out there. So, you know, you're going to find them in the oddest places. They're going to pop up.
All right, well, Greg, I know that one of your favorite events is coming up next, so I'm going to let you get going as we get ready to move into the jump event. Guys, this is Greg Malone, president of Nautique Boats. You still have the opportunity to meet him over at the Nautique tent as we finish off our day. Greg, thanks again so much.
Thanks, Dano and Tyler. You guys have a fun calling out this great jump event. It's going to happen right in front of us.
All right, Dano. So on the water are your first men's jumper, Bojan Šipner. All right, so we put that ramp up to 6 foot high. That boat is going to go 35 miles an hour, and the lineup looks like this: Bojan Šipner, Damian Sharman, and who qualified in yesterday, Freddie Krueger, has withdrawn from this event. I got word from the judges that was a gutsy performance from Freddie yesterday, Dano, to even get up after that crash with a qualifying jump, but has elected to withdraw. So we have 3 competitors with your top seed, Ryan Dodd.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, it takes a champion's mentality to do what Freddie had to do out here. He knows when it comes down to it, it's all about safety here today. And if you're not 100%, especially in this jump division, you just can't do. And, you know, we're going to miss Freddie out here today, but still going to get that 4th spot. But right now, let's get down to the German. This is Bojan Šipner. Bojan, yesterday, punching his ticket into this final with a 218-foot leap. We know he's capable of going much further. Let's see what he can do right now.
Oh, a lot of speed for Bojan, and gets up and over. I think all of these men jumpers are looking at this wind and smiling, because it allows them to be aggressive out of the finish of the turn and maybe bring it down a couple more feet, knowing that they're going to have that nice, easy float time if they can connect off the top of the ramp. Bojan, jump number 1. Now, Dano, the scores from yesterday, I mean, really the qualifying scores were 5, 6, 7 feet further than we've ever seen in years past to qualify in this event, somewhere around that 220 range. There's a 223 to get things started today.
So getting an extra 5 feet on what he put down yesterday gives him some room to work with out there. Bojan has a personal best of over 235, a 236-foot jump. But in 2016, he earned his first major title at the Nautique Mumba Masters with a jump of 230 feet. If Bojan can reach 230 in choppy, moving water conditions, can only expect to see something big here. He wants it bad, maybe more than ever right now. Let's see what he can do as he sets up, comes around that 600-foot buoy.
All right, so there's the 223. That's a solid opening attempt. Now he's starting to eye that 230 mark. Let's see what he can do there. Sitting back just a little bit, but that was the cut, Dano. You know, these skiers, they have a cut for kind of the mid, the 215 range, the 220, but when you take a look at Bojan Šipner first off the dock, you got to go back to yesterday when Ryan Dodd posted that 233. He knows he needs to go that far to put the pressure on the dock.
We're going to wait for that jump score to post up on the screen as Bojan comes down the shoreline. Going 198 on that last jump right there. So not quite the distance he was looking for, but he got over the jump. He landed it safely. And jump number 3 could be the one. It only takes one. It's not an average score of your top 2 or the best of 3. It's a best score, your biggest leap. Bojan Šipner, he is just about 13 feet short of his personal best. Can he put it out there here today? We find out
Well, we're going to find out right now, Dano, as he turns right in front of that 600-foot buoy. So he's brought it down quite a bit as he hops the wakes. The turn's so important. Let's see that angle. Oh, yeah, big cut here for Shipner. And he splits on the ramp, Dano, sitting back. So it looks like the 223 is going to be the best jump of the round.
Well, it's not a bad score to set out there for our first jumper setting the tone. If 223 is the first leap of the day, you can only imagine these guys coming up have no choice but to leave it all out there here today as he comes back home to the pavilion from Germany. Guys, give it up for Bojan Shipner. Yes, and our next jumper was so excited to see him put down that 220-foot jump yesterday in the semi-final round. A lot of people were calling him the dark horse out here, but coming into that semi-final and really continuing to help keep the momentum of what we've already been getting used to at this 2017 Masters, and that's these athletes pushing it further, harder, and farther than we've ever seen it before. He comes to us originally from Great Britain. He is now living out in Seattle, Washington. Ladies and gentlemen, representing for Goodman Skis out on the water, this is Damian Sharman. And in the past, I've seen Damian Sharman do some incredible things. A few years ago, coming out of injury, we were at a contest out in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Damian Sharman was making his return, and he was just taking three-quarter rips at the ramp, and he was boosting 214-foot leaps like that. Just goes to show what this guy is capable of. And as we set him up to come back through for pass number one, what's it going to take, Tyler, for Damian to surpass that 223-foot mark?
Well, we touched on it a little bit yesterday of building from jump 1, 2, and 3 here in the finals. Since Damian's already had a great look at the ramp yesterday with that 220, I think he's just going to open up with that cut. The tricky thing is, Dano, you know, the wind is just slightly stronger than it was yesterday, so he's going to have to make those adjustments here on jump number 1. But more than capable of taking the lead right now from Bojan Shipner with that 223. Let's see what Damian Sharman can do on jump number 1. Oh, yeah, and a lot of speed right off the get-go and connecting. Oh, Dano, unbelievable. You know, I've watched Damian Sharman jump many times before, but this tournament, he has been so dialed in on each and every jump. You take a look at the replay. I mean, he knows exactly where he wants to cut, and that body does not move into the base of the ramp, unfazed by the G-force, and just extends and explodes off the top.
All right, well, Damian, 217 feet for jump number 1. Remind us where he set that 220 yesterday. Was that his first leap, or where in his set did he throw that 220 yesterday? And also, just got to say, Damian is jumping better than I've ever seen.
No question about it. And then it was in his first couple jumps, if I remember correctly. So that 217, man, that is a tremendous jump on jump number 1. Now he knows, okay, I pretty much got everything I could have out of that cut. I've got to bring it down, and this is when it gets a little bit sporty for these jumpers. You can feel the gust of wind through the pavilion, so let's see if he can keep his speed out wide as he makes this approach on jump number 2. Ooh, and just stretched out a little bit. And Dano, really, right when Damian Sharman came off that 600-foot buoy, you could feel the wind gust shoot through the pavilion.
Absolutely, and I don't know if he felt that coming up and was adjusting for what he had in jump number 1 and wasn't able to make those fine-tuned adjustments here into jump number 2. Regardless, you look at that, he had to play it smart, he had to play it safe, but he does still have one more jump. Yesterday, he had that 220-foot leap off the ramp in the semifinal round. earning himself the third seed here in the final, or the second seed here, or third seed, I'm sorry, in this final round. We are going to see if he can surpass that 220-foot leap. He got one of 217 here, so he definitely has gotten a good view of the pavilion from high up in the air behind that Nautique 200. But fingers crossed right here. We are looking for something real big from Damian Sharman. We're going to put our eyes back down on the east side of Robin Lake as the Nautique 200 spins him around. And just keep your eyes out on this one. Damian, you know how aggressive this guy is out there at the lake. Let's see how big of a cut he takes. Wow, taking that huge whip right there, almost surpassing the boat. Wow, Tyler, take this one away.
Well, I got to tell you, this is going to be an aggressive approach. Damian Sharman, a guy that holds nothing back. And here we go. Jump number 3 into the base. And a little bit stronger cut, loses the lift. So the 217 is going to be the best of the round. But what a weekend for Damian Sharman. Just a great round of jumping in the prelims and the finals.
All right, well, we're going to bring him back home, currently sitting in that second place position just behind Bojan Shipner. As he comes back to the pavilion, Callaway, do what you do. Give it up for Damian Sharman.
Life will come our way.
217, a pass, and a final score of 160 points. Well, on the podium nonetheless, so Damian Sharman going to take home some dollars this weekend, but we come down to the final skier of the heat. Ladies and gentlemen, representing originally out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, doing it for SeaDek Marine Products, Schwab Ski and Board, Belay, Kicker Audio, Chic Slings, and Nautique Boats. He is a past Masters champion, world champion, ranked #1 in the world. This is Ryan Dodd. Ryan Dodd finished up 2016 in West Palm Beach with a win at the Nautique US Open. And yesterday, straight out of the gates, boosting a big 233-foot jump. Took his first Masters title in 2011. And that wasn't his first. Looking to earn another one here today. It all starts right here. It only takes one jump, and we've seen him do it in the past on #1. We're going to find out if he can make that magic and those Masters dreams come true one more time, folks, as Team Nautique skier Ryan Dodd comes down the line for his first of 3 attempts at Big Red, that Beeman custom ramp out there on the water. Let's check this out.
All right, Ryan Dodd gonna be aggressive here. And ladies and gentlemen, watch the cut to the ramp. So aggressive, so strong. Dodd into the base of the ramp, and there it is. I think that did it, Dano. When Dodd throws the iron fist on jump #1, it may be in the ballpark of yesterday, but I mean, he was up over the tops of those skis into the headwind, carrying that thing all the way down Robin Lake. That might be your champion right there. 243! 243! You've got to be kidding me! Ladies and gentlemen, get up for Ryan Dodd! Oh, goodness! Jump #1, a 243. You cannot believe it. The celebration is beginning. Dano, it's a one and done, and Dodd goes 243.
I don't know. This guy, it always impresses me just when I think that there's nothing more that he can do to continue pushing it. 2:43, first jump back to shore, and the celebration has begun. And there it is, guys. Your scores are set. Into third place with that jump of 2:17, Damian Sharman. A 2:23 by Bojan Shipner. And Team Nautique Skier with a score of 243 feet, 74.1 meters. Beast mode, baby, Ryan Dodd. What an amazing weekend it has been here at the Masters, presented, of course, by GM Marine Engine Technology. A big thank you to all of you fans for joining us out here today, as well as all of the officials, the boat drivers, all of the athletes here this year. We'd like to thank, of course, USA Water Ski, the WWA and IWWF, SeaDeck Marine Products, Universal Products, Acme Marine, PTM Edge, Barefoot International, Fat Sack, Rockstar Energy, O'Brien Watersports, JL Audio, Hyperlight Wakeboard, HO, Lenco Marine, PCM, Pleasure Craft Marine Engines, Diamondback Towers, D3 Skis, Ramblin' Trailers, Commercial Sewing, Zero Off, Speed Control, Masterline, Eagle Sports, Buck Algonquin, Syntec Energy, Global Marine Insurance, Wake for Warriors, and Beeman's Custom Design Jumps. Guys, we've had an absolute blast out here. Tyler Boyd, any closing thoughts, my friend?
Unbelievable Masters. And the 58th Masters, you've got to be here for the 59th next year. What a way to close the weekend out. Ryan Dodd, 2:43, spectacular.
My friend Tyler, it has been an absolute pleasure announcing with you up here in the Robin's Nest for another great year of action from the Masters Water Ski and Wakeboard Tournament. Guys, this is Tyler Boyd. I'm the Noise of the North. I'm Dan of the Mano with that golden mic. You can catch us next time right here at the Masters, folks. Until then, you have a great evening, a great Memorial weekend. You stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.